Okay guys, I thought today I would show you my iFixit kit. It's not the regular iFixit kit. I think this is called the 64-bit kit. It's the name of the actual package, but I got a couple extra things in there that really helped me out, so I thought I'd review it, kind of explain to you why, and maybe encourage you to get one too, because it is a very good product. It's very good. It could almost be great. So let's dive into it. So you'll notice I can't close mine very well. I get like the very last little bit of Velcro. iFixit, take this Velcro to the edge. Thank you. I'll have a lot of those comments in this video, so don't take them personally. I really like the product, but we could make it better. All right, let me start over here. The electrostatic discharge wristband. I ejected that from this thing probably a few days after I bought it, because no one ever uses that thing. Ever. I've had this thing for 5 years. Never been like, oh, where's my belt? Oh, I don't have it. Sorry, I can't fix your server. No. If you know how to work on servers, you know how to ground yourself out all the time. Never touch the board, never touch a component without also touching the frame of the server. You're grounded out. Even if it's not plugged in, you're grounded out. So, anyways, that's my rant on that. Suction cup. You'll notice I have 2 suction cups. iFixit. You could fit 2 right here. Put 2. Give us 2. Every network device reset tool, aka paperclip. That's an important one too. It comes with one in the kit, but it's really hard to use because oftentimes it's at a bad angle. But this can be bent, whatever. Toss it out, put in another one. These things can hold 2 of these little prying tools that are designed to break before the item that you're trying to pry open breaks. I lost one somewhere. I don't know where, but I lost it. So normally I have 4 there, but it is what it is. All right, moving on. So you'll notice here. All right, let me get this to where it won't come back on me. Stay. Okay. I don't know what they call them. The guitar picks. That's what they are, really. They're just guitar picks. I think it comes with 4. You'll notice I got a whole mag of them there. I think there's like 8 or 9 in there, because every now and then you'll be prying something open and you'll be using multiples, and one goes whoop down inside and gone forever. So I just leave it sometimes. So if you ever have a PC or a computer or something like that I've opened for you, and you open it up years later and you find one of these in there, that's my little calling card. Tweezers. You'll notice I have 2 sets of each one, because sometimes you need to pinch stuff with more than one hand. And also I think one of these came with another kit that I bought that was like specific for a certain job that I was doing, and I just stuck it in here. These are very good tweezers. Very high quality. The tips always come together just as they are supposed to. As long as you keep these little plastic things on them, they don't kind of get snagged on other stuff and messed around with in the bag. Not sure why I don't have 2 of these anymore, but it is what it is. The tweezers, also very good. They do hold quite well, and they're also, ESD, but again, as long as you're grounding yourself out correctly, you should never have to worry about that anyway. The splungers, I think they're called, also very good. They do get kind of worn out, and the tips, break on them and stuff, but that's kind of what they're designed for. So I've got, I think, a bag of them somewhere. These are all dental scraping tools. Let me show you here. See if I can get this guy off. Yeah. So this one just happens to be like a spike. I'm not sure if you can. There you go. So, a lot of times you have to like scrape off crusted thermal paste and things like that. Sorry. And these work great for that. Not all of them are round that way. Some of them are actually kind of flat on the edge, and they make great little scrapers, great little tools there. And I got them off of Amazon. I think I got all 4 of these for like not even $10. They're super cheap, and they work really well. The metal splunger thing, also really, really, helpful as well when you got to do a little bit more serious splunging, I guess is the word for it. You'll notice here I also keep another like a jeweler's Phillips head screwdriver, the medium size one, only because I ran into an instance once where I needed 2 screwdrivers to kind of hold both ends of something in and couldn't do it. So I carry this all the time now with me. Prying tool. It's another one. I think this one came with a kit or something like that, but the metal scraper thing here, as you can see, quite used. Used it just day before yesterday, I think, to open up an iMac. So they work great. So a couple things. You'll also notice here I have tucked in the cards from iFIXIT, the credit card type of material. Those are also really good for kind of like holding things open while you're trying to, release other tabs or do something like that. Work really, really well for that. The brush, I get these at Harbor Freight, I think. It's a 1-inch brush. Got to make sure that you don't get the kind that are too long for your case, otherwise it like sticks out. But, while you're in there doing something, you come across dust, might as well knock it off with this thing, right? These are just simple things. The bristles do stay on them pretty good. They don't come off or, end up stuck inside of fans or anything like that. So I always have a brush in there too. And I think you can get like a handful of them for $1. So they're like disposable. If they get dirty, you just toss them. All right, iFIXIT kit here. For those of you guys who haven't seen an iFIXIT kit, the base of this iFIXIT kit also contains like this magnetic pad down here. So if you have screws that you're working on and you just need to, you need a place to throw them or whatever, you can throw them on here and they'll kind of stick, right? So it's a good thing. And then that also serves to hold the kit down too. So you'll notice my kit's a little different. So first and foremost, you'll see is the grid pattern. This helps me keep screws organized as I'm taking them out, right? Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll take a picture of the motherboard or the item that I'm taking apart, and then this helps me to kind of remember, okay, in this picture, this screw goes in A1 or, B2 or whatever, right? Kind of helps to keep them organized. So iFIXIT, you could easily add this to the bottom. Easily. The other thing, make these little ridges, make them higher. Make them little compartments. Maybe not too high, but at least make them little compartments. So you can kind of keep your screws in there while you're, doing other things. This is just an extra kit that came with the parts that I did on another one, where that kit came with another screwdriver, but it came with a plastic one. So I threw it away because the plastic, no. So these are just like spares for right now. So you'll notice here, I've got a couple of them where I have doubles, just because there's extra pieces. Like this is the cell phone SIM card release one / reset button for your, Unify switch or whatever. But the parts are great. The tool tips are great. The quality on them is really, really good. I think I've only had one break, and I had a friend of mine who was working at iFIXIT. I do live in the same area where the iFIXIT office is, and he just brought me another one, and thanks. So they do work really well, high quality. The screwdriver is super high quality. I don't know if there's a bearing in there or not, but it kind of feels like it. There's some improvement on this too, though. I'd like to see, instead of this floppy thing, that in the 5 years I've had this kit, I've never used this. No, lie. I tried to use this once, and it was absolutely useless. It actually made it harder. So eject this thing, please, and put in the fat screwdriver, or maybe another screwdriver, one of these, something. We'll see. But like I said, no real complaints other than this thing. I've just never used it, so it is kind of just taking up space for me, right? So a couple of things that I would like to see added and that I carry around. Sometimes I'll jam them in here as well. I just wanted for the video, kind of wanted to leave this a little bit generic, but so let me start here. I'll just kind of go, just gonna move over here. So scissors, these are from my trauma kit. Straight forceps, curved as well, or hemostats I think they're called. A little light. This isn't the one I had originally. I unfortunately realized today that I lost that one. I had a pen light that would actually fit into this slot right here, and it had a magnetic end on it. So when I'm in a server cage or something like that, I can just turn the light on and stick it to the roof of the server, or stick it to the bottom of the server that's right above me via the magnet, and have light within the server cabinet, because not everything is on rails, right? So sometimes you got to just kind of make do. But have some sort of light source. That would be great. This is a Klein Tools multi-tool. It has, let's see if I can do this with one hand. It has two ends on it. The nice thing I like about this is actually they designed it really, really well. So the small Phillips end has a large flathead screwdriver on the other end of it, and the large Phillips screwdriver, or larger Phillips screwdriver, has a smaller flathead on the other end of it. And what that means is that when you need to switch something, like for example, if Phillips is your most common screw, which in IT, let's face it, it is, you can just switch it around without having to pull the actual pieces out and switch those. You can just switch the whole thing around. So I really like that. Some sort of cutting implement. This is a NT cutter, it's called. It's a Japanese thing, cutting tool. Found out about this from Adam Savage's videos on Tested. It's one of his favorite tools, one of my favorite tools. Great tool. One of the coolest things about it is it has a little magazine in it of other knives. So let's say this knife gets done, you go all the way to the end, you take the blade off, and see how down here there's another blade right behind it. Well, you go all the way to the end, take the blade off, take the slider, move it all the way back to the beginning, and it engages the next blade, and you've got a new blade. That is fantastic. And it's small, lightweight. I think it's aluminum, maybe pot metal. I'm not sure what material it's made out of, but it's really lightweight. But it's not. I don't believe it's plastic. It doesn't feel like plastic. But not, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. A file kit. So this is like a little file. Here, I broke the end off, but so here's a full file kit, like from Husky, right? I'm not saying that you need to rock a whole one of those, but sometimes you need to, file something off to make a little bit more space, or what have you. Some sort of filing tool would be nice to see in the kit. This is one of the things that a lot of people don't think of, but you don't know that you need this until you need this. So this is a little ratcheting screwdriver kind of thing. I'll show you. So you take the bit here that has the end. Sorry, let me get this thing to focus. It has the end on it, right? We're gonna go right into here. And then let's say you needed to grab this little bit, right? So you go there. And now, right? Can you imagine? Like you hold the back of it, you turn this, right? You're gonna turn this piece, and you can ratchet in the piece, the screw that you're trying to put in, or what have you. I've gotten, sometimes you can't get to a screw because of the length of the screwdriver, right? Well, look how far this is. You know, it's literally what, maybe just over an inch. I have another one of these at work from Klein Tools, which gets you down to like 3/4 of an inch. So you can have a Phillips head at 3/4 of an inch. You know, great idea. I'd love to see something like this in there. And the nice thing is you know, you can put this stuff back, and you know, this thing will fit down into there. It'll fit right in there. You know, just need more pockets. But anyways, guys, that's already dragging on. But that's kind of my review of the iFixit kit. Like I said, I absolutely love the thing. I use it all the time. There is one in my car constantly. So those of you guys who are kind of like, you know, field service IT type people who kind of don't know what you're going to get into on an average day, who have something like, well, we call them battle bags, right? But this is a great addition to that kind of thing because it has lots of different tools in it for lots of different functions. It fulfills a lot of different needs, a lot of different wants, as far as like, you know, having the right tool to open up a, you know, weird tri-lobe screw from Apple or what have you, right? It has all that kind of stuff in there, for you know, being able to provide service in the field. It's a great little kit. Couple add-ons that I'd really like to see happen, but you know, again, highly recommended. All right, well, I'm sure I'll get some comments in the video of stuff that I've probably said wrong or what have you, but you know, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon.